Hello YouTube. I wasn't gonna make a video for this, but I bought a Torque Solutions short shifter for 370Z, G35, 350Z, and it actually fits on the G37 too. Yeah, it looks like a pretty good piece. Here's the piece. This is a new, I don't know what they call it, some sort of socket. I got it off Concept Z. Z1 has it too, but it costs a little more through them. And you just gotta really make sure to put some white lithium grease in there, and you pop it in just with the mallet in between two boards, just to not damage the plastic. Yeah, so it comes with that. It comes with these, all the bolts you need, and I'll kind of go through the process a little bit. I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to do this whole thing with one hand. So I'll just kind of go, not detailed, but you'll get the point, and I'll explain it well. All right, here we are. I kind of already got some stuff done. I got all this off. This is still the stock one. So first things you got to do is take the shift knob off. You got to take the console off. Either you have the early console or the later one, but either way they pop off pretty easily. Then you got to disconnect this wire for the radio. Then you're gonna see this piece like that, with that ring around it. It's four 10mm bolts. And then, well, before that, you're actually gonna see this thing like this, and then you're gonna see this with a ring, and then you'll see the cotton noise dampener pad deal thing. And yeah, so all you gotta do now is take the 3 bolts off. But first off, we have to get under the car. There's a 12mm bolt connecting the clevis from the transmission to the shifter. So we got to take that off. And one thing I wanted to tell you guys, which a lot of people don't do in their videos, is 5th and 6th gear actually has an adjustment. It's pretty simple. It's just with this top plate here, if your short shifter utilizes this top plate still. So what you would do is you put it in, let's say, 5th gear, and you see how that reverse lockout knob is touching the plate. That is a good adjustment, because obviously this one it's from factory still. See, it touches at 6, and that's so it guides you in the 6th and 5th correctly without missing gear or grinding, because everyone knows how these CD transmissions can be. So yeah, I'll go into the car now and I'll try to film as much as I can. It's pretty straightforward though. So yeah, I'll see you under there. Alright, got it all jacked up. I just put it on just some like 4-inch blocks in the back, and just jacked up the front, put the front jack on like 3 clicks, and it looks like I can have enough room to get under now. So I didn't have to jack it up as high as I thought I would, which is good. But you know how jacking a lowered car can be. It takes longer than the job sometimes. Funny. Alright, I'm gonna get under there. I don't know if I'll be able to film too much, but I'll try to. Alright y'all, this is going to be a pitch to film, but I'll try to show you guys. So yeah, you go underneath here. And yeah, I already took it off. Here, let me adjust my light a little bit. So yeah, you just take that bolt off right there. It's a 12mm on the clevis. And yeah, I probably won't film myself doing that, because most people don't in these videos. I've seen, because I see why now. It's kind of a bitch. But I'll get it off, and you guys get that point, and then we'll go to the next step. I'm going to try the best I can to sort of get a video here. Pulling it out here. It's not really working that well, but here, let me just hold it. Alright, so I got the bolt loose. I got it loose there, and then you just keep, let me just get it out, and then, hold on. And you want to make sure to Loctite this bolt when it goes back in, by the way. So, okay, the bolt is out. It's kind of dark, but yeah, you see it there. So, now at this point, you got it off, and you're supposed to move the clevis out of the way, which actually goes out of the way very easily. You might not even have to go do that, put it out of the way. So, yeah. And I feel some grease on there too, so it does factory grease, but I'm going to throw some white lithium on it because these new Torque Solution washers are metal, so it might be a good measure to take. So, yeah. Alright, I'll meet you inside. Alright. Made a makeshift stand for your guys' viewing pleasure. So yeah, these are 10 mil bolts. You can see how floppy that is now. So this has a spring below it, so it's gonna pop up once you take it off. But so I would do, what I assume people do is you take 2 off fully. Don't mix up the bolts either from the 4 because they're, well, they don't look that similar, but some idiot could mix them up. So yeah. See, it's already trying to spring up on me, so. I'm just gonna hold it down just to be safe. Don't want shit flying around, phoning your tranny, and you can't find the fucking shit. We've all been there, right? Alrighty, so take this plate off first, because we actually, with the Torque Solutions, you have to reuse this plate here, so we'll keep that right there. And there is the stock shifter. Yeah. It's actually a pretty good design they did from Nissan. It's just these CD transmissions, at least the early ones, a lot of people have like first to second, second to third, like notchiness after it gets warm. And that's what I was dealing with. So from the tutorials at least, people said that this actually eliminates that potential notchiness going from gear to gear. So you put the washer on now, which should fit perfectly, and it does. This spring dealy bobby doesn't really matter exactly how, it doesn't go in a certain way, what I'm saying. It can go in any way, and it's just going to be the same deal. So yeah. Now we got the Torque Solution shifter here, and I lubed the shit out of this thing. And this notch, if you can see it there, it goes on. There's a notch here. You can see that. Yeah, it goes. It actually slips right in there, and you have to make sure that this right here, that right here is pointed on the right as well, because that's reverse lockout and 5th and 6th alignment. So, yeah. Alright, so, well, here. Yeah, this goes on. I don't think there's well, one way is more open than the other, but I don't really know if it matters too much. Yeah, that goes on like that. Alright, we'll just see how this goes. Just like so. I got a hell of a lot of grease in there. I probably didn't have to do that much grease, but whatever. Alright. I'll be right back. Alright, so yeah, I was just matching up the holes here. I don't know if it matters too much, but I just didn't want to make any mistakes. But I noticed that this side has a taper to it, and this side doesn't. And that taper makes it the hole a little smaller, so I'm just going to go with the taper smaller hole on the factory to the smaller hole on the Torque Solution. Everything goes nice and smooth. Spring actually has quite a bit of freaking... Has quite a bit of to it. Alright, so yeah, we get the 3 bolts. Oh, no. You have to use the supplied bolts, sorry. 1 second here. Alright guys, so yeah, I got, you gotta use the supplied. It comes with 3 Allen bolts. Just have them loosely. Just have them, kind of tighten them loosely just to get that the bottom clevis hooked back in. So, and then you can make little adjustments on here and it should be good. Alrighty, just got back in my car. I was spent about 10 minutes under there. It was kind of a bitch to get those bushings in with and line it up everything perfectly. So, but it's in. It seems like it shifts okay. It's much stiffer. That's for sure. Feels okay. I think I like it. I'm also going to get a shifter extender, like 2-inch, so a little more leverage will help too. I heard there's a break-in period for these. It loosens up after a little while. Yeah, so this shifter plate, as you can see, yeah, in neutral, obviously, there's gap, but once you want it to hit once you go into 6th, and hit once you go into 5th. So that way it kind of guides it in okay without missing or grinding the gear. And then reverse, you want to make sure that works as well, and it guides on the bottom of that, and it seems like it works okay. So yeah, you just got to line it all up. Alright, so what I'm doing is I just put a little bit of Loctite, just put a little bit of Loctite on there. Just to make sure that, because this is going to be a stiffer with those bushings, so it might be a little more vibrations in the drivetrain, so it might potentially, you know, might be able to vibe loose, bolts loose a little easier. So it's just a safe measure to do. So I also added an extra bigger washer on the bottom here because it didn't seem like it was in the hole. It wasn't gripping the surface too well. It's kind of dug in the hole, so that kind of helps with the bigger washer. Just on this side here. Yeah, everything else should be good. Alright, so yeah, I got the bolts all Loctited, and then I put this boot back on. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I put some white lithium grease on the inner boot so it would slide onto the shaft easy, because I think it's probably a little wider than the stock, so it's pretty tough getting it on, but yeah, it slips right on with some lube. And then factory, they do have a zip tie right here. I'll probably put it on just to put it on. You never know. Yeah. And I'll be back in 1 moment. All right, so I just drove a few blocks and it feels pretty damn good. I really like it. I was a little bit hesitant at first from some negative reviews I've seen, and I don't know, I don't really have any negative things to say about it. And it's short and it goes into each gear so far. Haven't had an issue. I'm pretty happy with it. I'll just drive a little bit here and show you how it goes through the gears, and you can make your choice. My experience was good. We'll see how it goes next few months. I heard it can break in a little bit more and be a little looser, but the tight feel doesn't really bother me at the moment. So yeah, I'll just do a drive. I can't switch the camera with my iPhone right now, but in another clip, the clip right after this, I'll show you. Later. All right, there's first gear, and you can see neutral, no play whatsoever. So there's first. It's kind of a bitch to drive stick and film at the same time, but and in the curves. But there's first, there's second, third goes in super smooth. Fourth, I actually haven't ran through fifth and sixth yet. Oh, what the hell? Fifth goes in good, thank God. Let's try six, all right. Downshifts to fifth, downshift to four, good. Nice. No dress for you guys right now. My engine's too cold, and I'm filming with one hand. There's downshift to third's good. There's second. Yeah, it feels pretty damn good. I'm feeling it. I like it. It's a little bit shorter, but goes in pretty smooth. Like, the distance sometimes is just, I mean, to me it's not really necessarily about shifting faster. It's more about just driver feel. I don't know. I never actually minded long shifts though. I just really wanted that more precise feel that the CD transmissions can't really give all the time. It's just how they are, I guess. But I mean, not all of them. Some people have good luck with their transmissions, and I hear some people, can get a little notchy, which yeah, so, and mine's a little bit on the notchier side. So I mean, this second gear I felt maybe a tad notch, but I mean, engine's cold, it's kind of cold out, and yeah, I mean, it hasn't even broken yet at all. So, I'm feeling it. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's a pretty good little upgrade. I got it from Import Image Racing. Shout out to them. They're a great company. They're free shipping. They're always cheaper than everywhere else. I got my exhaust through them. The customer service is unbelievable. If you have issues, if you have an issue, they'll ship you something. Literally, they're in Florida, I'm in Oregon, and they'll ship you something in, actually, it was the first shifter I got of this. It looked used. It had marks on the shaft there, on the plate. So I called them and told them, like, oh no, you need a new one right away. We'll get it to you in one day. And they're in Florida, and it came within 12 hours. It must have jumped right on the airplane. It was in Oregon. So shout out to them. They're a great company, great customer service, and good prices. Like, what more can you ask for? Anyway, yeah, if you want to get one for your Z or G35, I'd definitely recommend going through them. The Torque Solution website is they're like $210, so you can get it for $50 cheaper and come in 2 days or so, because they do some fast shipping for like $160 something. Way better deal. So yeah, Make you guys' choice. I had good luck with it. If you don't have good luck with it, you can always go back to the stock one pretty easily. It's pretty easy. Yeah, so don't fear doing this mod. It's super easy to do. It just took me a little longer to get the things underneath, and I went slow, and I also filmed for you guys. And I did it in my sweatpants and Crocs. So if I can do that, you can do it too. Alright guys, see you later. I'll start trying to post more videos about doing little mods. Later.